Okay, so in this class, we are going to study about the logo types. How many types of logos are there? Okay, so basically, there are 7 types of logos, and the first one is word mark or text logo. Okay, so word mark logo is a logo that uses name in a unique font. It's best for new brands trying to build their name recognition. Businesses with short or catchy names can also go for wordmark logo, or businesses that are clean and modern that do clean and modern branding. For example, Google, Disney, Coca-Cola, these are all wordmark or text logo that specifies what their brand is. Okay? Okay, you guys can avoid if your name is long or hard to pronounce and you want a strong visual symbol for quick recall. So you don't have to go for word mark logo. Number 2 is letter mark or the initials basically. It's the initials instead of full name. Okay, like HBO, IBM, CNN, these are all the initials of a full name brand, and it's best it's best for brands that have longer names, and more importantly for corporate or formal industries basically. You can avoid if you're a new brand because nobody would be knowing exactly your name, and nobody would recognize the initials as well. If I am making a brand and I'm writing ABC, nobody would obviously know that. So instead of going for, you know, the initials, I would prefer maybe word mark there or other than that, but not the letter mark. Okay. Also, you have to avoid this uh, logo type if you need emotional or creative storytelling. Okay. The third one is pictorial icon or logo symbol. Okay, you can name any of it. So basically, it's with just the symbol without text. Now, if we see, we have Domino's, Twitter, and Apple here. Now, how do we know that these are these brands? Because initially, they did not do pictorial mark or the pictorial logo, they did not go for that. So you have to avoid if you're new in the market, if nobody knows you, how can you just go for pictorial mark, right? So it's best for the established brands. For example, like 10, 20 years of the brands that are in the market can go for pictorial mark. In initial stages, when Apple launched the brand, Apple used to make the logo as well as write the name beside it. So everybody must know what this brand is, right? Within years, they eliminated the name and then they just went for pictorial logo. Also, it's good for the apps or the tech companies or global brands. Avoid this logo type if you need to communicate your business name. Sorry, clearly communicate your business name. You need to avoid it because same thing, if you are stepping in the market right now, nobody would be knowing your brand, right? So you cannot do pictorial logo. Okay. Then there is the abstract logo. It's basically a geometric or conceptual symbol and it's not a literal object. By literal, I mean, for example, here there's Twitter sign, right? the bird. That is a literal object. Now, when we talk about abstract logo, these are not literal. So, it's best for the brands wanting a unique and scalable identity, and for global companies with long term branding goals. This is the main thing to focus on, because, same as the pictorial one, you cannot directly jump into abstract as nobody knows your brand, right? So, you need to avoid, if you need immediate clarity about what you do, like you want people to know what your brand is about, you cannot go for abstract logo. And if your audience prefers straightforward visuals, so you need to avoid it. Now here we have Pepsi, Nike and Mercedes logo. Why do we know that these are those particular brands? Because they have been in the market for like past a very long time, and they showed their identity first, and with time they came up with this idea, right? So now we know that what brand is here. Okay, then comes the mascot logo. Now, the mascot logo is basically about a character based logo. Particularly, it's a character based logo. If we see here, we have McDonald's, we have a clown. We know that this particular clown's specifies about McDonald's, right? Then Quaker, then Wendy's. So they have characters in it. So mascot is basically about a character, and it's best for food brands or kid brands or entertainment programs, right? It's friendly and approachable personality, like McDonald's, so kids are more attracted towards it. So before deciding a logo, we decide the market first, and while deciding the market, when we are deciding the logo, we should cater it particularly. If KFC is sorry, if McDonald's is particularly for kids, so they have already made that logo as well, right? So kids are more attracted towards the clown, sitting beside it, taking pictures, selfies. So it's that. And you have to avoid if you want a luxury or serious image and your audience is strictly corporate. So you cannot go for mascot because it's more on the funnier or entertainment side logo. So you have to skip if that is not your market. Okay, then there is combination mark or combination logo. Now, this logo is a mix of text plus the symbol. Okay, it's best for businesses. Most businesses basically go for combination mark. It's best for the brands that want both recognition and storytelling. Okay, and startup building brands or identities can also go for combination mark, like you are showing the symbol as well as you are keeping a text over or underneath or beside whatever however you want to design the logo. You are keeping both of it. You can go for this as well, but you need to avoid if you need a super minimal logo. Okay, and your application space is very small and it can get cluttered, so you have to avoid combination mark, right? Now the last one is emblem logo. What is emblem logo? It's basically text placed inside a badge or seal or crest. Okay, we have Harley Davidson, we have BMW. So all these all these famous brands use emblem. Emblem is basically used for heritage brands, cafes, restaurants or institutions. Emblem logo basically tells us about the vintage look more, right? It's on the vintage side. So you need to avoid, if you need scalability and you want a modern and minimal look, you need to avoid it, so that you are in trend, you are in, modernism. You need to avoid emblem. Emblem is like very old kind of logo type. Yeah. Okay, so these were the seven uh, logo types. So before deciding what kind of logo you want to make for the particular company, or if your client is giving you the information about their company, now you must be knowing what kind of logo type you would be choosing for the particular market, right? So I think this was hopeful for you guys. This was helpful for you guys, and we will be creating logos and business cards in our next class. Till then, take care. Allah Hafiz.